Welcome back, my YouTube family, and thank you for joining me as we take a look at one of the anime that has me the most excited and scared for this year, Solo Leveling. I've been wishing for this manhwa to get adapted into an anime ever since I finished it years ago, and it's finally here. That's the excitement. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared that it would retrieve the same treatment as another beloved series that got adopted, you know it, out of high school. While the animation and style were absolutely beautiful, to me the story was insanely rushed. I'm praying that Solo Leveling doesn't get the same treatment and that they take their time to flesh out the characters and the world building. Well, I don't want to take too much time, so let's jump right into episode 1 and take a look. Right off the bat, the anime starts 3 years from the present time, telling the story of a battle that took place against an ant colony. From this, we get a lot of critical information immediately. No conventional weaponry is useful against these creatures. The military and the world's only hope is to rely on the hunters. This opening is different from the manhwa, which focuses on Sung Jinwoo's story immediately. Immediately, my eyes were like, damn. This was not the typical anime, and these hunters were straight up getting stomped out by these ants. As sad as that is, it kind of made me happy in a sense because the anime isn't holding back. These monsters are not soft, they go for the kill, and hunting is a very dangerous job. While these hunters are getting snacked on, we are introduced to multiple S-rank hunters, the cream of the crop. For now. Here we get to see the absolute gap in strength between S-rank hunters and every other rank, as they're able to not only dispatch the ants with relative ease, they're able to kill the white ants, which are much larger and much more powerful. The S-rank hunters are so strong that even when multiple white ants emerge, none of the S-rank hunters seem to feel any sense of danger. These ants that were slaughtering dozens of lower rank hunters suddenly are fodder before the strength of the S-ranks. 4 minutes in and we get a quick breakdown of the situation and some world building. Gates have emerged all over the world, and within them are magical beasts that are immune to conventional weapons. At the same time, humans with special abilities have emerged and are the only ones capable of beating these monsters. These humans are called hunters. Hunters are ranked from S, A, B, C, D, and E, with E being the weakest possible. We learn one hard truth: no amount of training or effort can change a person's rank. It is decided by the amount of magical power within you and cannot change. This is a very quick breakdown on the rough outline of the system in this world, and the anime does a good job of making that clear. I love the art style that the studio decided to use, but I did feel like something was a little different. Though different doesn't necessarily mean bad. Being animated by a Japanese studio, there was clearly going to be some differences in character design. The one that stood out the most for me is in the eyes. The eyes are much sharper in the manhwa, where the anime trades it for a traditional anime eye style. You can decide which one you like better, but honestly it's all personal preference. I have read way more manga and watched way more anime than I have manhwa, but I still find myself being really drawn to the art style in Solo Leveling, the manhwa. Well, sometimes. Still, the anime does the manhwa justice. If you have a chance, I suggest you go give it a look. The artist, well, this guy, is a beast with the pen in the manhwa, and Studio A1 did not disappoint, giving this anime decent quality. After the flashback, the stories from the anime and manga converge pretty nicely with our introduction to Jinwoo and the rest of the hunters, along with his title as the weakest hunter alive, among many other similarities. Before the hunters decide to enter a D-rank dungeon, I noticed that my boy Saitama is missing from the anime. What chance did they think they stood? The anime and manga continue in the same fashion as the hunters enter the dungeon. However, the anime takes a slight turn, and even though it's very small, I found it very interesting. Battling the monsters in the manhwa, Jinwoo is already hurt and is being healed by Johi. You never get to see what happened to him. The anime doesn't hold anything back, and Jinwoo is stabbed almost fatally by a goblin before Johi heals him. We learn two important things from this scene that the anime decided to give us. First is that this gives us a first-hand account of just how weak Jinwoo is, where his life is on the line facing a single goblin, while the other hunters are able to deal with them with relative ease. Keep in mind, some of these hunters are just a single rank above him. We also learn that the B rank healer, Lee Johi, requires a bit of time to heal a single stab wound that Jinwoo received from the goblin, whereas earlier during the ant colony battle, an S rank healer was able to heal multiple fatally wounded people in much worse shape than Jinwoo in a matter of seconds. This is a big deal. S rank healer is only 2 ranks above Johi, but this widens the gap in power and rank tremendously. The anime diverges a little further and introduces the Hunter Association Chairman Go, and even though the conversation is brief, we are given very important information in a small amount of time. Why do hunters put their lives on the line to battle against dangerous creatures? The essence stones that they drop. They state in the anime a single essence stone from even a C rank creature is worth thousands. It's a high risk, high reward job that only hunters are able to perform. These magic stones have the potential to solve energy crisis and literally change the world. I'm a big fan in the way that the first episode divides its time. Remember that the anime is extremely expensive to make, so they have to make the most of the 20 or so minutes they are allotted. The anime diverges and not only has multiple things going on, but introduces us to multiple pivotal characters all within the first episode. Of course, to keep this video as spoiler free as possible, you just have to take my word on that. But we have Sung in the D rank dungeon, while the chairman explains why hunting is so important and the massive benefits the government seeks to gain, while we also have new hunters being evaluated, given ranks, and we even get to see how the guilds do their recruiting. And lastly, we get to see that S rank hunters are pretty much celebrities in this world. The timing of the episode is also impressive. The chairman's message to the new hunters is, please be afraid, as Sung Jinwoo and the gang enter a hidden boss room in a dungeon that they know nothing about. It's almost poetic. Again, this job is dangerous. They were a bit careless and comfortable, and they paid the price. The episode jumps right into the nitty-gritty and follows the manhwa almost to a T as things immediately go wrong in the dungeon. The anime does not hold back on the deaths, and we are left with one hell of an episode end as the hunters must now fight for their lives. This is one hell of a first episode, and I'm super excited to see what they do with episode 2. This is not my usual anime versus manga, or manhwa in this case, series. However, if you would like to see that, please let me know in the comments below. Please make sure to like and subscribe to let me know that you enjoyed the video. And with that, peace out, hunters.